come and study with Tanzania Institute of Education.
Hello student, how are you? I hope that you are fine there, watching TV now. My name is teacher Marystella Mosha, teaching social study in standard 4. It's my pleasure to have you there watching this period. I welcome you so that we can share ideas about ancient feudal society. So I welcome you to stay there with me until the end of the period. Starting with the topic, we are going to discuss about introduction, features of feudalism, and the forms of feudalism. Do you know the meaning of ancient? Ancient means very old. Means very old. It belonging to long time ago. So Tanzanian society have passed through different systems. The first one was communalism. Communalism was the first system which every society passed through it. So communalism and the second was feudalism. Communalism was transformed to feudalism about 500 years AD. Let us go to the concept. Do you know the meaning of feudalism? Feudalism is a system of life whereby resources of the society was owned by few members in the society. A system whereby resources of the society was owned by few members in the society. Yes, let's proceed. Few members of the society were the owner of the resources, especially land and cattle. Those few members were the rich one. The rich one owned arable and fertile land. Arable and fertile land was owned by the rich ones, while the majority of the society owned poor land which was not good for production. Those rich ones who owned the arable and fertile land were called landlords. The rich ones were called landlords. And the majority of the societies who owned poor land were called tenants. So sometimes tenants used to work to landlords so that they can get their needs. So we have two groups here. The landlords who own the land, which is fertile and arable, and the majority of the society who owned the poor land, which is not good for cultivation. So, is that any importance for us to learn past societies? is there any necessities for us to know what the past society done? Of course, it is better for us to learn about the past society so that we can compare it. We can compare the system, or we can differentiate the system used, mode of production, tools they used, so that we can compare it from their past to the present society. After introducing the subject, let us discuss the features of feudalism. Features of feudalism. Yes. Can you tell me the features of feudalism? Yes. We have 4 features of feudalism. We have 4 features of feudalism. The first feature is existence of classes. Existence of classes in the society. There were the landlords and the tenant. So there were classes in the society. Existence of classes. That is the first feature. The second one is existence of exploitation. There were 2 groups, the rich one and the poor one, the majority. So the rich one exploit the majority. So there was existence of exploitation. The rich one exploit the majority. Existence of exploitation. Another feature is landlords rented land to tenants so that they had to pay rent in kind or labor in kind. So there was a land rented. Landlords rented land to tenants so that they can pay rent in kind or pay rent in labor. And the last feature is there was surplus, there was excess, surplus in production. Why? Because they improved their tools compared to communal society. They improved their tools, so there was excess due to use of better tools. So there was surplus, which is resulted to trade. People started trading due to excess they get from production. Surplus in production. So we have already discussed 4 features of feudal society. 4 features of feudal society, starting with existence of classes, existence of exploitation, land was rented to tenants, and the last one is there was surplus in production. After finishing the features of feudalism, let us move to forms of feudalism. Forms of feudalism existed depending on the mode of production and where they were practiced. The mode of production and where it was practiced. So, based on those reasons, we have 3 forms of feudalism. 3 forms of feudalism. The first one is called Nyarubanja. Forms of feudalism grouped based on the mode of production and where they was practiced. The first one we said Nyarubanja system. Nyarubanja. This is feudal system which is practiced on the shore of Lake Victoria or western side of Lake Victoria, Nyarubanja, as it is shown here in the map, a map of Tanzania here. This is where the societies practice Nyarubanja, on the west side of Lake Victoria. The second form is called Ubugabire. Ubugabire. This is another form of feudal system which was practiced in Buha region, in Kigoma region, near Lake Tanganyika, as it is shown there in the map. These are the societies which practiced Ubugabire. And the last form, called Umwinyi. Umwinyi is the last form of feudalism which practiced along the coast area in Indian Ocean. Along the coast area of Indian Ocean. Coast area of Indian Ocean, the society lived there, practiced the system called Umwinyi. So, we have already discovered the concept of feudalism, the features of feudalism, and the last forms of feudalism. It is my hope that you understood the subject, and I will provide question which is presented on the screen there. You were with me, teacher Marystella Mosha. Until next time, bye-bye.